Welcome. Give you a quick view here. No, did I do that too fast? Let's see. Stunning, right? My name's the comedian Len Lewis. I had a huge week this last week. Big week. 2 major things happened. It's okay, keep up. I talk fast, I think faster, so it's going to be challenging for you, especially coming from Florida. Had a big week. I actually got to see for the first time, discovered Whitney Cummings, the comedian's new stand-up comedy special on YouTube. She's pregnant. So I have a massive thing for Whitney Cummings. And a massive thing for pregnant chicks. It's like a double Uzi. Yeah, if they're attractive. Not all pregnant chicks are hot. Not all people are hot. It was one of those deals. Anybody have to choreograph, schedule their masturbation periods? I know there's a guy in the audience here. Somebody has scheduled a masturbation period. You just don't want to say anything because you're too good to speak because this is Tampa. You're like, oh, I'm from LA. I don't need to applaud. I'm from Tampa. I don't need to not eat carbs, I guess. I don't know. But I work at a hostel. I'm working 24/7. I'm on all the time. There's people always around. So I had to schedule between watching it and breaking it into parts and then schedule into my masturbation. Just great. I eventually wrote a bit. I threw it in last week. Now I think I just come clean and be like, I've been jerking off for the past 8 to 10 days. Yeah. Oh, it's good for my heart health. The other one, the big one, one of my other employers is a Mason. And you're like, are you going to talk about it? You're not supposed to talk about it. I can say whatever the fuck I want. Yes, you can talk about it. Not magic. Your dick's not going to explode off and fly into the moon and create a fucking orgy up there you can't be belonged to. You can. My dad's a Mason. This guy's a Mason. And his son is one of my employers too. I run them a lot. They're not very secret. They're really just more like a club of people, and they kind of induce each other to think they're more important than they are. There's other stuff to it too, but most of it is common shit that's actually taken from other places. They're not secret or unique at all. Believe me, I don't know, I can say whatever the fuck I want. So, but anyways, they do Masonry shit. They do shit like they'll start a topic and say all the wrong things about it, you know. I'll talk about this just out of the blue. They'll start talking all this bullshit about it. Initiate strange conversations. They'll complain a lot. They'll complain about shit. They'll ignore you, just immediately start complaining about something else to distract you. They do things that just subconsciously influence you and things like that. Anyways, it got to a fever pitch the other day. We had a person who was sexually molesting people at a job site. Yeah. I brought this to the attention. And then the person, we began to red herring with my employer and do those things. I'm very keen to most of this shit. And I also did Scientology, so none of that shit works anymore with me. It just pisses me off. They're a cult that gives you all the resources you need not to put up with the shit from yours. I'd hit up my dad and be like, hey dad, can you get a hold of your friends? Can you email this guy, whatever, and get him to fucking knock it off? It's a hindrance to work, it's a hindrance to lifestyle. And there's been a thing with sexual molestation where one of these job sites, it's a big deal. We need to come back to reality. You know what I mean? Or there's a lawsuit or something, you know? And I hate to hit my dad up because my dad's a complete piece of shit like real. My dad was a very big Mason, very big Dale Carnegie instructor trainer, kind of famous in his own right. I was in politics for a while when I was older, and very abusive person. And he would do things like try to abuse me out of good jobs to get the jobs that his friends wanted me to, which is crazy. I actually worked all his jobs. I worked from the oil field, pretty much all across the board. I mean, the best jobs I had were jobs he didn't fucking give me. Yeah. They didn't have anything to do with me or with being successful. It had to do with him and his reputation, him being able to say, well, my son does this, so I got him to do this, blah, 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 blah. Because it was all about him. He's all about attention from other people. It's all about his peers. He doesn't care about his children. Paul cares about himself and his peers. But I had to hit him up. And then I thought about my dad for a while, because he is my father. You know, all these fucking jobs I worked, all the times I left good fucking careers and good jobs and shit. Let him talk me into stuff. And still, you know, now I'm a comedian. You know, and there's a little part of me, and I'll be honest, a big part of me. I just can't wait till that day comes. You know what I mean? Well, I get to tell the joke. You know, I tell that joke that my dad, well, you know, it doesn't matter anymore because he'll be dead. Yeah. One day. But hey, we all gotta have dreams, right? Hang in there. Pressure in time. We all get ours. And I'll get mine.